Also because to make sure that Grok isn't taken by tyrants and walls are being built up to stop Johnson. So I do like, the strategy that's going in behind it. It also does mean that he can keep away Jawhead here, because Jawhead or Angela, Akai and Gosen can easily jump across the wall if it's ever set up that's there. And then we have Hayabusa that can take away squishy target.
Wow.
And Alucard changes the game completely for them here, Tyrants.
And they're gonna hover again around their areas, and they're gonna choose Hilda and Alucard again, denying that wall factor because Alucard can just drum aboard, and Hilda has that movement speed.
Sana.
Oh,
please don't play with my feelings.
It's still being hovered. Sudo, don't worry.
Well, they could use a mage. It could be Bane as well.
Oh no.
No, not Zilong.
Definitely not Wukong.
No.
Have you seen a Wukong game yet?
No, we have seen Sun being used before. Yes, that is true. In fact, it is going to be the stairs that does get picked up there.
Nice
so they are looking for, sustain within the team fights. I do like the adaptation of that. That could be interesting for them. However, with Angela that's there as well, they can be looking to pick off individual members. So Tyrants are looking to, stop the team fight from happening specifically. But Equalizer with Johnson in there could instead be looking for the counter gangs coming through.
Predictions. I'm really liking Equalizer's lineup. I think that Lancelot with Johnson and Grok trying to stop the aggression onto Tyrants. I really like their drafting, so I'm just going to give them that 60-40 percentage. But later onwards, we'll see how execution works. How about you?
I'm going to go with Tyrants on this one. I'm not sure how the Estes would specifically perform in this game, because you are looking at somebody like Gosen that can come in and execute very clean kills away, and you don't really have much tools to deal with it specifically, unless people were taking multiple petrifies. That we don't really see that happening as well. Only one member, Grok, is the one that does have it. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult to see that happening for them. But show us your support in chat, hashtag Equalizer or hashtag Tyrants for the love of each of the team.
And of course, we're going to start with the turtle spawning on the south side. Again, RNG odds. Why do you have to treat me so badly? Holy. And of course, we can see Equalizer, 5-man gank on towards there. And this is going to be interesting. They're going to go inside the map of Tyrants. What are they doing? 5 people over there. Probably want to catch somebody off guard.
Well, they're going to go in for the invade that's there. They also are going to make sure that the buff is stolen away. But Tyrants being smart about this goes in for the invade themselves. So unfortunately, rock, paper, scissors, they don't quite, play out there. One person playing chess, one person playing checkers.
It's a draw, and there will be an engagement going onwards. Hit on Dell with that Hayabusa, and of course that Grok is there to try to stop Ming using that Archive. A bit of aggression coming from Equalizer, which is normally a positive sign in the early stages, but then they have to maintain that focus, try not to get picked off easily.
Yes, it's all going to be about making sure they are not picked off, and the Assassins are going to be looking for the pick-offs that's there. We are going to see back up top, Lancelot does make his slight appearance there. It's going to be 3 members that potentially will get taken down. In the mid lane, Gosen is getting a little bit of a free farm. Nobody is responding because Lancelot is up top trying to secure the buff away here. Does get the coin, goes on to Hitmontel, so Equalizer will get it towards their favor. That's a nice, early victory for them. Now Orca is going to get locked away here by Obi. Will get potentially taken down. Does not want to tower dive. I respect the fact he doesn't want to be tower diving there. Angela as well did not hit 4 yet, so couldn't even jump in to Hilda if that was going to be the case. Gosen moving all the way down. Is going to be finding a stairs there. So far they are waiting for it. Might the dive come through? It looks like they will be taking away a bit relatively easily. So the coin buff will go to Gosen, and they already are starting up to Turtle. So Tyrants there wanting to extend their lead and stamp their dominance down. 500 gold lead to start off with. It looks like it will be the case. No problem for that. As Orca now does come in. Nope, does not get secured. Gosen obviously pulling back his blade. will get it. You're going to see that Tyrant here locking up Pokeshop completely. Orca as well will be the last one left standing. In the first blood being taken down. The next one there.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Lancelot, be cautious about this. There is a double kill coming up, and Gossen is off to a huge lead.
Gossen indeed is trying to be achieving that Gauss-like figure in himself, and I like how Tyrants are playing this 2-1-2 strategy from there, because you have Gossen who is really mobile. He can roam around lanes very easily, and he's there to pick up any kills if Equalizer were to over-aggressively push towards their lanes and catch them off guard. And this is the result. We can see that Gossen doing it really well. Even though after the turtle kill, they still had the momentum to kind of bait out Equalizer perhaps to kill them off.
Here we're gonna see out here the Orca does get killed out first, and you're gonna see that Gossen will be the next one to pull out here. It's such a good thing that Hilda went in for the slow so that Gossen can come in with the kill, and there were the first two kills. There's a 9,000, almost 500 goalie that's there. We're gonna see the Orca, they come in and dash it all away. We're gonna see that easily Akai is gonna be able to escape from it all, as now they look to collapse back onto the team.
Oh no.
Akai doesn't have his ulti anymore, but does jump into 4 members of the team that's there. Lancelot will be dealing damage. Angela is ulting onto him as well. Zen is be cautious about this. Will they go in for the re-engage? It will be Obi is there dealing a damage. We are going to be following up there. The next one will be the next one to fall. Astaz will be not enough to support it off. We're going to see the next one fall. There is Primo as well. And oh, I'm saying as well way too many times. I am lost for words. Good attempt from Equalizer to come in with Johnson. Unfortunately, they started chasing too far and lost the positioning advantage. I'm so sorry for all the repetition of words.
Your vocab is just going through way haystack.
I've used up all my words throughout the 7 weeks. I'm running out of words.
And Johnson took down Hilda, giving Equalizer that redemption kill. And we talk about Gossen's mobility, able to roam around lanes and pick up opponents who are overcommitting. We just saw an overcommitment by Team Equalizer pushing into their opponent's jungles and eventually got caught up. Fortunately for them, the Arkai missed his ultimate, which kind of lessens the damage done by, Tyrants towards Equalizer. So Equalizer kind of be a bit safe, but they had to be really, really careful onwards.
They do need to be more cautious in the gameplay. Yes, we're going to see that Orca does get taken now so easily. The Bullman will be there. Pokchop will be the next one to fall as well.
Oh my god.
It's going to be pretty easy for Gosen here as he throws out yet another blade, and that would be it. This time Akai gets the kill credit for that one. Does slow down choreography over there, but not quite enough.
Do you think he will hit Ghost like today?
I don't know if that would be the case. At this point, we are going to see that he is 4-0-3, so it is very much likely that that may be a potential 55 seconds left till the Lord appears.
And I just saw the comment, John, Michael, Vincent, don't let Alucard farm. Speaking of which, we haven't put much focus onto Alucard, and Alucard has been free farming throughout the minutes there. What impact he could cause if, let's say, this runs out of hands? Letting him farm freely, perhaps. Maybe, adding the additional damage in here as the team fights continue onwards. Orca in a lot of trouble, and he will fall back to the turret. And Tyrant's just gonna cut things off, perhaps trying to relocate there, trying to find the victims again. Oh my goodness, look at the engagement. Gosen will take down Lancelot, his fair rival, and Alucard will take out Johnson. Double kill onto Estes, and this is getting so bad for Team Equalizer.
In fact, it is looking really grim for them. As the stranglehold gets put onto them, Tyrant's taking a nice 8,000 commanding lead in terms of gold, only at the 7-minute mark as the next tower does fall. Lord is up and available if they feel as if they want to be taking it. The current map is really just for their position, and it looks like they hit it around there. Alucard will be the first one to start it off.
And they have enough firepower to take down that early Lord, because you have Gosen, you have Alucard, you have all these heroes helping out each other to take down the Lord instantly. And oh my goodness, the Archive actually came on time, but will be enough to stop that Gosen coming in with the monster kill of his own. Angela killing off Grok, and the feast continues for Tyrants as they will get a double kill onto Gosen for that poor Lancelot. Angela getting her own double kill. Everyone is just getting kills, double kills everywhere. Sudo, what is going on with Equalizer this time?
Well, I think Equalizer is losing their footing. They started off pretty well.
Yep.
And the more the game progressed, they're losing grip on it all. Alucard was free farming for the longest time up top there. He has 5,600 gold, which is ahead of most of the team members except for Gosen that has been getting the many kills. But you are seeing that at that 6,000 gold lead, he has more than twice the goal of Estes and Grok on the enemy team, and Johnson and Lancelot as well. So that's 4 members that are further up ahead. Just look at the items as well. They are not standing any sort of chance with this. As we're going to get multiple kills coming out, for Gosen and Alucard as well.
This could be an early checkmate for Equalizer. Coming in with so much aggression from Tyrants. Again, Tyrants are, comparing them to their counterpart, the Singapore counterpart, which is IDNS, they are not really that over-aggressive team that we always see. They always play it safely and trying to get securing objectives. But this time around, they are full of confidence. They're just going to go in for that turret.
Well, I think it's also because it's the last fight that's there. You've gotten enough research onto your other fellow competitors.
Correct.
That's there, so you are able to take more calculated risks based on what's happening. Lord did not end the game, but there are 5 members in the base that's there, and now the minions are going to be wailing on the base as well. A few last hits to go. Will they manage to do it? Legendary! So we did see Ghost Light, yes.
Yep.
It's also important to note that here that as much as Tyrants were a little bit expected to win this game that's here, we did see an interesting choice in execution from Johnson, coming in to stop the game that's there. The criticism on Estes definitely is warranted, because we didn't really see huge impact play coming out from Estes. Why not a Rafaela play?
Perhaps a Rafaela could increase their movement speed as well, right?
Why not an Aurora to stop the aggression from coming in? So, a few questions Equalizer will need to be asking themselves before we head into the second game.
Oh, this is going to be tough for Equalizer. Again, a lot of drafting coming on board.
Yeah, I also think that here Gosen needs to be banned away. He was 10, 0 and 10. Today is a day of, the assassins or the key players really shining, and not dying and getting, double-digit kills that's there. Here we have the highlights. Give us the Sensei, take it away.
As you can see, Gosen, again, no stranger for their kills, and he just melted down Lancelot, and of course, the previous opponent down easily. I think he could be that one assassin that everyone could figure out how to stop Lancelot, because initially we thought that Lancelot is going to be really dominating in terms of the assassin role. He's being banned really much from there, but once you have Gosen on board, it's literally Lancelot is just out of the papers. We've seen a lot of fights that Gosen would always, partially or normally, win those fights out in terms of the assassin role or the assassin matchup. And the one thing to note about this match is everyone is contributing. Tyrants were there for everyone, for each other.
They were all playing really aggressively. Correct. They were getting kills. They were securing objectives. Pretty much as a team now, it's always a 4-man team, because Alucard was just happily farming up top, and it was huge when they did come in with the team fights. Alucard just started popping off. I believe Alucard did not receive any deaths as well.
Oh, and of course, if you notice that, I really like how the Arkai kind of stopped the Johnson's push when they wanted to take Lord. So Arkai was actually on the right spot. He managed to stop Johnson's ultimate, and even though Arkai was at the slither of hell, the rest of the team members just hop inside after killing off Lord. They just take everyone down, and that was basically checkmate when you have Alucard and Gosen free farming, I wouldn't say free farming, out farming the rest of the team comparing to team equalizers, and that's just too much to stop.
Yes, it was definitely too much for them to chew on.
Correct.
And to take it there. They also took on a little bit more than I think they could handle specifically. And this, we saw this because Johnson was coming in and taking these fights. Yet you don't exactly have the right person to be coming along within the team fights here, they needed a lot of CC to be stopping multiple members from, you know, moving around with their mobility that's there. Diggy could have countered a Kai. That's there. We could have had Aurora as well, you know, coming with the CC to stop things off. But unfortunately, the composition wasn't quite well rounded enough to be doing that, hoping that they are able to fix these errors before they move into the next draft.
And that's a very fast game. It lasted around 11 seconds. 11 minutes, sorry.
11 seconds.
Sorry, 11 minutes perhaps. And it's going to be very interesting. But don't forget, if you guys want to comment or ask us about any questions, don't forget to hashtag #UsMPL. We're going to have a very, very interesting session. I think, Sudo, you are looking forward for that session?
Yes, there's going to be 3 specific topics that we're going to be talking about. One, which is Team Saiyan's outstanding performance yesterday, or rather, the lack of performance coming in from IDNS SG. That's the first topic. The second topic, we're going to be talking about Falcon 7 and Louvre SG's positioning. Why is it that's over there? And finally, the third topic is going to be about Mystic Burden's performance you know, against Equalizer yesterday, and what does that actually mean for esports in total?
True. And we want you guys to actually hop on board into the discussion, you know, give your comments down, and you know, let's discuss this, you know, create. Let us know what's your, you know, what are your thoughts literally from the side.
If you guys have any other topics that you guys want us to be talking about or commenting about, you know, make sure you do use the hashtag #AskMPL to ask us, so that we are able to spot it out. We do have our moderators to be seeing that, so you can continue to do that while the game is going on. We have our moderators to be, you know, capturing that information as it's coming through. It's important because we want to know what you guys are thinking as well.
Yeah, but before that, let's head into our very final match. Very final match against Team Equalizer vs Team Tyrants, as they're gonna ban out Fanny, Kagura, no strangers in the top ban list, and they're gonna take their time. Team Equalizer, which hero will you ban next?
Cushion. You kind of need to.
They could, but they might have the first pick from there. So perhaps, they were ban Goshen, so they don't really want to risk that out. And
people are saying in chat that it's the quickest game under 10 minutes. I believe the quickest game was under 8 minutes in MPL so far here. So I'm willing to double check with production on that one if that indeed is the case. But I'm quite sure that was not the fastest game that's done.
And we have Lancelot being first pick onto Equalizer side, so they're going to stick with the Lancelot pick. And Angela has been banned. Harley, Hellcat, that's your pick. For Team Tyrants, as Team Equalizer will now hover onto their 2-hero pick. I'm trying to see what type of structure that they could build upon stopping Tyrants, because when you have Hellcat, a lot of your core heroes will be stopped in terms of the silent skill.
Well, you need strong fighters and combatants to be able to deal with Hellcat. You also need to be able to dodge. You also need to have specific picks that are not skill reliant, so they're auto-attacking heroes that can be doing it. Lapu Lapu can be one of those as well, and we have seen Lapu Lapu try to take on Karina in the past, and Hellcat is no exception to that as well.
And we have Team Equalizer getting Cho and Johnson, and of course the rest of Team Tyrants will go with Jawhead and Arkai, leaving Team Equalizer with only 2 picks left. Hopefully they give us a good draft to predict.
Well, we don't quite see, you know, Obbies or that play come through again, so I'm still looking for that there, but they do have Harley, unfortunately, so I don't think so they will become another mage. I do like the adaptation of Aurora coming through. It's good. It surprisingly looks very reminiscent of what just happened in the previous game. Just swapped over.
It felt like a mirror match or something.
Well, I mean, we talked about this being some of their more difficult. We talked about some of the difficulties in the game and how to maneuver out with it. And it seems like they do have a lot more CC. They have a lot more damage this time around. So it might just work out for them. On the other side, we have Ken using Alice. And we have seen the Alice plays coming from the Singapore teams. And they have been pretty spectacular, I have to say.
They've been really solid with, like I said, different types of heroes that never been used for other professional players or the teams. But Tyrants, they have been doing that hero justice.
Well, we have, this also is reminiscent to the qualifiers when they did use Alice to go up against the other Singaporean teams that's there. And it was quite a highly contested pick as well, and getting some respect bans over. So, you know, eyes are definitely going to be an Alice as well to see how well she works within this meta that's here. It's a great pickup that they have Hellcat as well, so you cannot use Hellcat to counter against Alice. So, you know, making sure that support is coming over there will be good. This double assassin potential is huge for them.
So, Sudo, predictions?
My predictions is still going to go to Tyrant. I've seen the Alice play. It's pretty good. It's pretty scary.
This will be tough for me, but again, maybe Tyrants will get that 60% percentage over 40% of Team Equalizer. As let's begin the final game, Team Equalizer versus Team Tyrants. Team Equalizer will start from the blue team while Team Tyrants start the red team, and fortunately enough, that final game we get to see that turtle spawn on the north side of the map.
It is going to be up there as they are waiting in the fray. Interestingly, they're both invading again on completely different sides.
Reminiscence of the first match.
Very reminiscent of the first match. It also could be the adaptation because they have seen each other do it so well. They just are able to carry it out. However, we did see there was a clash after the invades. Might we see the next one going out here? Tyrant will be the first one back to lane.
Mondell in the middle with the Lancelot. You see the Alucard from Orca, and the rest of the members of the Equalizer will run with the 3-1-1 formation. And Chow is trying to stay jaw hit.
Oh, low! Will they come out? Harley will draw the cards. Will it be enough? Johnson, one last hit. It will be the case. Xian getting the kill.
This is really tough. And another kill has converted onto Team Tyrants. Team Tyrants, they are just going in aggressively and they want to find out more. By taking down Primo, unfortunately Primo had to back off and managed to hit back safely. That three-man lane just, you know, opens up for Team Tyrants, and they can just obtain so much map control and goal experience. Now, Team Equalizer again. All odds are against them. Team Tyrants wasted no time going in for that early turtle push objective.
This is what you call, you know, just solid strategy when you're coming up with the game. You know, you have a little bit of advantage from the kill early. You're going to be going out there. Ken does get caught up by Aurora, but does pay for it with his life. A little bit overly aggressive. That did not expect Aurora to be there. So, you know, Aurora's position was good, waiting up within the brush. So the moment Ken did jump across, does get frozen and taken out.
I think it's like salvation for them, even though they lose that turtle. But again, trading kills together, it's a bit questionable on my end. I think Team Equalizer, they are just going to go all in. Perhaps, you know, getting the kills, pushing a bit of their respective goal and experience. But then again, it's not that main objective. The main objective is you still have to go for the turtle, try to get these kills, still that. Perhaps pushing turrets, forcing Team Tyrants to go back to your respective lanes instead of wandering around the map, you know. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
I mean, what is exactly right? You know, you need to be able to control the base by creating pressure in other lanes or pressure in terms of objective taking. It's not all about just returning back to the lane where everybody's feeling comfortable. You need to throw them, you know, off balance. And we are seeing that in the previous game, Tyrants definitely threw Equalizer off balance where they didn't know how and where to react. Here it looks like it's going to be happening once again, you know, catching members off guard here. That's a Johnson that gets taken down. One of the tankiest members, but unfortunately not quite going to be the case out here as Aurora does come up, but does not have to quite support the rest of the team. Here Mondell is there, does not find the right damage as the area was not squared away. I say squared away if it was a triangle.
And unfortunately for Chow, he caught the wrong hero. He caught Arca instead of the other heroes from Team Tyrants, and they could not convert that kill because Arca is still tanky as well. And you can see Chow managed to finally get off that Arca and getting the double kill onto Alice, but he will fall to the hands or the rockets, I say, from Jawhead. Hellcat will kill off the assassin matchup in Lancelot, and they are again going in for the turtle. Wow.
Very quick, the moment the turtle does spawn up in a couple of seconds, they do respond with it, and they're going to see that, you know, with two of them, Harley and just Hellcat, making super quick work of the turtle. It means that they are quite healthily 4,000 gold in the lead. That is a lot of money and 5 minutes.
And I'm not surprised that once the Lord respawns, you know, they can just take it away. They don't really need to wait for a moment when when you know Lord just respawns, they just bring all guns towards him and his will be melted down.
Exactly. Well, it's 90 seconds before Lord spawns, so let's see whether they're going to be primed and ready for it. Himmodel is finding such difficulty in his bottom lane here. I love the fact that Hellcat is going, proxying the wave, moving back to mid. This is a Hellcat that's controlling 2 lanes and getting kills as well. So, you know, big kudos to coming up with the team here. And I guess a lot of question needs to go out. Oh, Boxer does get thrown back by Jawhead. Look at that melt. I'm sorry, but it will not be enough to save him in the end. Huge things coming out from them, so yes.
Oh my goodness. Equalizer again getting shut down as their child will be taken down, and even though they are trying to find salvage behind the turrets, it isn't enough as Team Tyrants continue their dominance. They are just harassing anyone. They don't really care whether it's a tank, an assassin, a mage. Team Tyrants looking forward to end this game maybe perhaps a bit quicker, and Equalizer are denied so much. Look at that Hellcat, ladies and gentlemen. That Lancelot stands no single chance against him. Like literally, that Hellcat could just kill off Lancelot like it was a free kill for him.
It definitely was a strong indicator of where Hellcat is within this game out here, or rather where, unfortunately, where Lancelot is not in this game. That's a 0-3-0 Lancelot. More than twice the amount of goal on Hellcat. 203, 6,500 goal. As the onslaught continues, Aurora is completely locked up there. It's a bit of a shame because you had Aurora with all 4 of the charges ready, but not being able to use it. Lord is up, and Lord is taken away. Such methodical, such procedural, you know, play coming from Tyrants here, and just like that, they will secure Lord. That's exactly at the 7th minute mark.
Tyrants
huge for them.
Tyrants just being Tyrants. They just want to kill them up.
Tyrants is being Tyrants, and it is true. John Wee is saying here, Hellcat is level 12 now. The rest of them, Aurora is still level 6.
Lancelot is level 8.
Yeah, and Charles is level 7, so you know, this huge deficit. This is what's happening because Hellcat has been farming multiple lanes and getting kills. The experience lead that he has built up is huge, as well as the goal lead that he's building up for himself. This is how you play Hellcat well, and I guess this is how you respond to Hellcat as well. You need to be stopping the farm, you need to be stopping the experience gain from it. Like what they were doing with Lancelot in the bottom side, they said, oh, not finding the right target. The freeze does come through, but unfortunately, not quite enough to be following. You're going to see how Equalizer does come up with the first kill. The tower is still alive as they're diving past the tower. They don't have any minions left. So they need to wait for the next wave, but Lord is now at top. It looks like it's going to be pressure on all 3 lanes as Hellcat moves to the bottom as well. Hellcat is taking down the Tyrant, and it will be all 3 Tyrants that do get removed. Porkchop does fight to base, healing up, but still not enough. Tyrant will take the game away, and congratulations to the Singaporean team getting a 2-0 victory.
8 minutes and 25 seconds. That is a really fast match and show us how Tyrants can be so deadly from a team that, you know, were meta setters, playing it really carefully but still contain the victory, showing us a different side of themselves. They're going in again.
Have a look at Hellcat. Hellcat has 9,700 gold.
Yes. And
Lancelot only has 3,600. Hellcat has 4 times the goal of Aurora, or close to 4 times the goal of Aurora. Wow.
I credit to their Turtle and Lord objectives. They really did it really well. That's why it kind of increased that.
Definitely, you know, under 50 gold to the rest of the team. They did get, you know, multiple towers away from them. It was huge, and we have now reached the end of the regular season in terms of gameplay, but the show's not over yet.
Why so soon, Sudo? Why?
It's been 7.
Why Tyrants? Why you do this?
It's been 7 good weeks of it, and 7 good weeks of show, 7 good weeks of gameplay, and 7 good weeks of interaction and esports. Let's have a quick recap on what we just witnessed in the game. KVC Sensei, take it away.
Team Equalizer again still finds no footing in this match. Tyrants showing us another side on themselves. Hey, I could go over aggressive and I can get the kills and finish off objectives really fast, showing them so much dominance from the Singaporean team. And Team Equalizer, our only team from East Malaysia, one and only team, unfortunately will have to succumb to the hands of Tyrants. And like I said, credit to the Hellcat. It kind of proves me wrong, because I did mention that Hellcat isn't one of the most mobile assassins to rotate from lane to lane. Because I do feel that you have Fanny, you have Lancelot, perhaps Gosen as well, the better options, and Karina to move from rotate to lane. But this Hellcat was showing me that it's possible to do that.
It is possible when you know exactly how to maneuver it, and this is
Correct.
about a high level of understanding. Lots of games being played,
Correct.
knowing the strengths and weaknesses of dealing with it. So it's great to see such good Hellcat gameplay, and that's also why Hellcat has been banned so often.
True.
It is the fear of that, yes.
And I did see some conversation going down from Team Equalizer. They want to set something, but the problem is before they could step the pedal to the metal, it's just that they caught crash already instantly from there.
That is true. They never managed to find their legs specifically within game. The legs got cut off from underneath them. They couldn't stand up, on their own. And that's also a factor with each of the objectives that got taken away from them. They had no way to come back into the game specifically. So if you can look at here, this is the dive past the turret. The wave is completely gone, but they're so far ahead that they are able to do it. Hellcat, jumping in at the very last moment, dealing the damage, was huge and instrumental to win that team fight specifically. And here, as Lord is approaching back up top, Hellcat splits away from the team really low, but nobody is there to be taking it away. He does try to go back, and then he decides, you know what? Everybody's there. I can easily take this tower away. So the mid turret does get taken by the minions, the bottom turret is taken by Hellcat, and the top turret does get taken out by Lord. As Bogshop tries to heal himself, does unfortunately get a little bit burnt. So yeah,
Barbecue chop, perhaps?
Burn chop.
Burn chop.
Burn chop.
And fun fact, Sudo, that game, Tyrants were 9-0 turrets in terms of turrets destroyed.
They got everything and they didn't lose anyone at all, so there was no significant siege damage ever placed out there as well. It was a tough game for Equalizer, but nonetheless, congratulations to both teams. GG, WP.
This is a very, very interesting day, perhaps. Maybe the final day is kind of like...
The final game's a little bit moody, it's a little bit bittersweet, right? I'm happy that we're reaching the end, because it means that it's the start of the playoffs, and that's the next level. But at the same time, I do like the weekly games, coming in, seeing the players that's there. I'm sure there will be more coming up ahead. I mean, we aren't done with MPL just yet. This is only the weekly standings that's there. Now,
the moment that we're waiting.
There's going to be Ask MPL, so this is still, a little bit of time for players to be coming in and throwing in their questions that's there. But before we go into Ask MPL, I do want to remind people that MPL Indonesia will be doing their playoffs, right? On the 30th of March and 1st of April. It will be on Facebook. Right? So you will have Facebook in English and Bahasa. That will be the Mobile Legends BangBang page that's there. It also will be on EGG Network on TV. And that will be the English one that will be there, right? So we have MPL Indonesia that's coming up in a couple of weeks' time. And a few weeks after that, it will be the Malaysian and Singapore time as well to be doing their playoffs. And that will be on the 13th till the 15th of April. So we have a little bit longer than the MPL Indonesian side. And so on the 13th of April, it will be on Facebook once again in English and Malay on the Mobile Legends BangBang page, like how we're doing it every week. And then it also will be on the EGG network, so that will be on TV as well.
And of course, for those of you who have the time to drop by to the offline event, do drop by, because I'm going to guarantee you this will be really huge for all the fans to be together, for all the communities together.
We can't
you
tell
guys see us.
we can't tell you the details of the event,
Yep.
but from what we have heard, I am personally really excited to see it there.
Yep.
You will see the English and Malay casters together. You will see, all the players, the 8 teams will be down and representing themselves. That's there. It's also going to be great. So now, on to the post-show talk. It is going to be Ask MPL. Now, first thing that we're going to be talking about here is science.
Dominance. Can we say dominance?
Yeah,
perhaps?
science dominance.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm also going to be focusing a lot more on the chat here to make sure that people are interacting with us. That's it. Okay. Science dominance over IDNS SG. Was the games underwhelming? Because it was so fast.
I felt that Cyan was really on point, despite the absence of Hawkeye, their team captain, correct me if I'm wrong, and one of their best tanks positioning. But Cyan showing us how much they can face, even though without their core player, they still can do so much damage.
And so this is the highlights about yesterday. As we continue talking about this, I personally felt that Science stepped up hugely.
Yes.
And it was disappointing to see IDNS SG not perform.
It's that there's something lacking in IDNS. Like, they lost that particular moment.
Well, in the interview, we did see that LY4 said that they did not expect the Goshen pick to be so damaging, and it definitely threw them off balance a little bit. With that said, was really that one pick and the one performance all that stellar? I mean, this was Ghost-like. People were spamming on Ghost-like in it. That's over there. And it looked super, super, super strong about it. Now, the questions that some people have been asking is that, was IDNS SG all that serious in this? I think so, because, I mean, they were at the studio match there.
Yep.
Their drafts were good. We are also seeing here that, the Lancelot pick on LY4 was the first time. Jason Coe's Belmont was removed away from him as well. So, him playing on Johnson wasn't exactly...
Second time, if not mistaken.
The second time?
Yep.
Wasn't exactly... No, second time professionally, not...
not overall.
MPL, I believe, in there. So it was... It left that doubt in there. Like, did they really lose out in the drafting phase? It did not feel like IDNS SG's normal lineup. And so, my personal thought is that I think they lost out within the drafting phase. And Zayn had won it. They threw the team off balance with Goshen pick that's coming through. They could take the advantage. They took the advantage and they ran with it. In the second game that we're looking out at here, it was Sync that had Goshen this time around, but unfortunately not the stellar performance that Zayn had done before this.
And then you're recapping onto the drafting process. You were speaking about IDNS. They kind of tilted when if their drafting wasn't perfect, or perhaps they did not get the core heroes to kind of catch up on their team roster. That actually happened when Team Equalizer stole Zaz from them.
Right. So Menti is asking, ask MPL. I feel that IDNS picks of Goshen in the second match was a mistake, which cost them their match, because Rush is a good player on Goshen and would know how to counter him. If you agree with my view, what do you think would have been a better pick? So that's two parts of it. Do you agree that Rush knew how to counter Goshen already?
I would agree on that, because he was really prepared that even the second round he was already remembering like, oh, Goshen is there. And of course...
what would have been the better pick?
Oh, this is going to be tough. I would suggest a Hellcut.
A Hellcut?
Yep.
I believe he was banned out specifically. So we're also going to see the next question. Team Zayn has been very good, having very good strategies and counter picks beforehand. In my opinion, Team Zayn has a really good potential to dominate many games into the future. Do you agree with that statement?
Definitely. I think, learning your opponent's patterns and their comfortable heroes being banned out will kind of tilted them from here, and it's no stranger to see IDNS falter.
Alright, so now I have a question for you. IDNS SG has been having regular, almost cookie cutter, picks every week. Is that the only things they can play?
Nah, definitely not.
Well, they haven't really shown that they can pick other things up, though.
I definitely feel that they still have some cards under their sleeves, perhaps for the playoffs.
We can certainly hope that's the case. We have another question from Laxman here saying, ask MPL, I feel Sync didn't have as much training on Goshen. I would agree with that. Perhaps not as much as what Rush had performed earlier that's over there. So when you see somebody else using it so spectacularly, you
kind of feel very inferior.
It's difficult to meet expectations than to set expectations. When if nobody else has been doing it well, you can set the expectation. But if you're comparing yourself to an Olympic athlete really at this point, on a performance that is really stellar, it is very difficult to be saying that. Yes.
And you know, perhaps IDNS, speaking of they are being short of that Gosen pick, they should have done perhaps a bit of homework, in my opinion, because on Friday...
Well, they did say it caught them off guard.
Yeah, but on Friday itself, they were their teams using Goshen already, and they could have, you know, at least done some experiment, perhaps a last-minute experiment to kind of fix these things or problems out.
Well, maybe they did not have enough time,
yeah, that's
and they will have enough time into the playoffs, so we're looking to see the evolution of that. We will get to the other question next, but I do have a question for you as well. So with that in mind, given that now IDS SG has lost, they do not seem as unbeatable as it was before. Does it leave room for the other teams to say, we can look at this, and build compositions around to take wins away? Does this make IDS SG a less fearful team as it moves into playoffs?
Definitely not. IDNS is still one of the powerhouses for the Singaporean teams, and they are the top 3 in our league. So again, teams, try not to slack them off. Like seriously, just go for it.
Alright, so we've covered the first segment that's there, it wasn't such a pushover, for them.
Correct.
We're going to go into the second section of this. So the second topic is going to be Falcon 7 and Louv's positioning and what's going on there.
I think you are more well aware of the whole thing.
I am really well aware of this. I was casting that match that's there. Now, this is Ask MPL. Let me translate this there for you guys up there. The first one is saying, it's not that we are complaining or that we can't receive... we can't accept the reality that's there. But we're confused. Can somebody explain this out? Now, the rule says kill difference. I would like to point out the mistake in this. It's not the rules that say kill difference, right? In the ranking of it all, which we'll explain a little bit later, it also says here that Falcon 7 ties with Louvre, but the kill difference says it all.
Correct.
They are saying they want justice. We want to organize to review this ranking, and we are here to review it now and to talk about it. And the kill difference was that Louvre is at 63, and the kill difference of Falcon 7 is at 61. So Falcon 7 has less of a kill difference that's there. Now, as much as within the graphics
has been explained or been shown to people,
the graphics does say that in the occurrence of a tie, it does not specify which tie. Now, production did not tell me to tell you this, but so I'm going to maybe break it down in an analogy for you guys.
Alright.
The players have gotten the rules of it out.
Correct.
Right? They have it in their playbook rules before week 1 starts.
Okay.
And it very clearly there states that in the case that the games are the same amount of victories have been gotten, so the same amount of points that are there, it will go head to head. So when Louvre and Falcon went head to head, if it was a 1-1, if it was a tie, then it would move to kill difference. So in this case here, when they went head to head, they already had lost out 2-0, and this was in the previous weeks.
I see.
So the kill difference did not factor in here. Now, why would we put kill difference up there and not head to head? For you might ask, it's not clear. But think about it. When do teams go head to head? It's one time out of the entire 7 weeks.
True.
How do you put a graphics up for that? So we put kill difference there because it's more of an impactful score for teams to follow. But the players themselves know what they're getting into because it really is part of the rules that's there. It's not that we're changing the rules, it's not that it's done differently.
But so you're trying to say that the rules has already been explained to the players. So the players already know the sequence ahead already.
They do.
I see.
They do, and what's coming here is that the fans are confused because the fans are seeing the graphics that are there.
Correct.
I wish we could show all the graphics and all the rules to you
but
guys.
But it'd be too cluttered,
But people already asked us to, keep quiet and stop talking. They want to see the games. They don't want all this other extra bits of information. So we thank you guys for staying tuned and to be asking us this. Now let me just have a quick check of the comments and seeing what's going on there.
So again, just to clarify, all the teams are already being well notified that these are the stages that's going through. If there's a case of a tie, you'll go with the head-to-head first,
Yes.
then only the kill difference.
Now, I want to explain this out again, right? So, if they had the tie and the head-to-head,
Okay.
if for whatever reason the kill difference is the same as
Okay.
well, I have no idea how they're going to break it out. I am not the head marshal.
Yep.
I am not the rule setter. I am just a caster explaining to you guys, how the sequence of events are. If you do have any questions with regards to this, then let us know.
True indeed. And there is actually a comment from Dorian TG. Can you read that for me?
Yes,
Yep.
so it's asking Falcon 7 and Luft SG has been losing to many powerhouse teams, but the difference between them is good teams is that they don't really do counter picks well against the teams.
Okay.
Mostly they're not flexible in the sense,
Okay.
and they don't pick a variety of heroes to counter OP heroes like Lancelot, Gushen, Helgen, etc. Do you agree?
I would say I would agree, because they are not really adaptable to the changes of the meta. They still stick with the traditional picks, and perhaps they could be a bit more creative, more innovative in terms of different heroes, such as we wanted the KYZ's Mia. I still remember that one, but it didn't come out at all.
I would say, in my point of view, maybe they haven't been the most creative or, brave enough to be exploring
Right.
the counter picks that's there.
Correct.
But they also haven't been performing. So, from week to week, I talked about them going back to what they feel most comfortable.
Yes.
And that's where you can have it. So, I agree they're not the most flexible, but maybe, before the playoffs, this is something that they can be improving. Keep in mind, these teams are also quite new compared to, for instance, Team Saiyan or MYA that has been around for quite a long time.
True.
All right.
Any more
We
questions?
are moving into the third topic. So the
this is where the
third
saucy
topic
one.
is between the actions of Mystic Burden. Now, Mystic Burden is at the 5th spot yesterday,
Okay.
and MY is in the 4th spot.
Alright.
So there's a huge rivalry going on to see where they will move within the standings, and they want to be in the top 4
Yep.
as they move into playoffs.
Correct.
With that in mind, because the kill difference matters in where you see within the standings, as we explained earlier,
Sorry, again, head to head is 1-to-1. Correct me if I'm wrong, okay?
I believe that is true. So it would really matter within the kill difference that's there.
Oh, Sudo, hi.
This is actually from Ashi from Mystic Burden here, right? And so he's saying here that they did not mean any disrespect, and it wasn't to humiliate them. It's very clear within their intentions, which is that they were very close within the gap, as we explained, and they need the kill difference to compete for the 4th rank. Now, this is a wise, strategic decision to make. They know what is needed to move up within the standings. Winning the game is not just enough. It is winning the game and getting a big kill difference. The same as what MYA did today.
Yep, true.
Against MYA3. They won, but they also won with a big kill difference.
Correct.
And this is what happens when maybe the fans don't understand this.
Yep.
That at the end of it, when they move into playoffs, it is a big deal where you start.
Yes.
Who you go up against in the first
Correct.
round in standings is very, very important.
It sets the momentum, like you have to be game ready for it.
So, my personal opinion is that there was nothing wrong with what they did.
Same here.
Their intention specifically
High five.
was fine.
Yep.
But I have to make the comment that did they need to go as far as they did? I don't know if that's going to be true. It's not a bad move. It's not a good move. It was just a move. And this happens in every sport.
Yep.
If you can score, if you're trying to chase for MVP,
Yep.
if you're trying to chase for
a title,
a
or perhaps,
title, you're trying to break a record of what's going there. It's not wrong to be doing
Correct.
so. It is perfectly, well within the games for them to be doing it. A little scumbaggy, maybe, but hey, that's how you play the game.
So, and for my take, I know a lot of people are going to flame me in the comments, but I feel that if something were to change, it should be equalizer. They shouldn't be showing such such a performance. They should at least show an effort to, reduce it. At the worst case scenario, they could all just camp inside the base and let the turret be taken down, and they could have avoided all that kills perhaps, But then again, what you say, I totally agree on your point, on your standpoint. It is a sport. I rather, let my opponents go all in against me rather than to give me face.
Right. I rather them take me out, you know.
Quickly.
Yeah, I mean, at full strength, not, you know, show me that's there. Luxman has a question saying, ask MPL, how will the teams versus each other, will it be 1v8, as in the first goes up against 8 team, 2v7, or is it going to be the other way around where it go 1-4, 2-5, 3-6, 4-7? The question, the answer to that is, I don't know.
We'll still have to wait for our team to, you know, kind of brief us on that.
So, because we are not setting the rules and organizing the tournament, unfortunately we do not have the key to that. But those informations will come out, you know, relatively soon as we build up to it. It is 1 month away.
Correct.
Before it happens.
And again, Mystic Burden is getting a lot of criticism from here. Like I said, it's not your fault. It's not their fault as well. They're just showing us a very good game against Team Equalizer. But here's the thing, Equalizer might feel a bit bad, but perhaps again.
I'm also curious to find out how Equalizer feels about it, because as much as you know, Mystic Burden has come out and said that it was never their intention, I'm sure they must feel differently about it. So until Equalizer comes up with an official statement, we will have to just wait and see. Please, guys, do not speculate. Do not try to put your emotions into other people. Like, let them come out as an organization, as a team, and say what, you know, how they feel about it. If anything of that sort, we have not been doing that.
Oh wow, look at that scoreline.
So this was a scoreline here, and this was the question, right, that many people were asking. Was it right or wrong for them to be doing it? I believe they had all the rights to be doing it.
Yep, me too. I stand on the point.
Was it the best choice? Maybe not. But was it the wrong choice? Definitely not.
Even the rules didn't say that, oh, if you are dominating your opponent, please end quickly. The rules didn't say that.
No, the thing is, even the Lord bait of them not taking Lord. Now, I need to bring up a few different games out here.
Okay.
We have seen in the history of esports, in Dota 2, when it was, I think, DreamHack 2013 specifically, it was the finals. They went in for a level 1 Roshan as a bait, and took the early advantages over there. Baits around big objectives has always been the case. And not taking the objective away means that you can rebait out again. Such things. So it is pretty standard to be seeing that. I want to know from the viewers, do you think it was right or do you think it was wrong for Mystic Burden to be executing that? I actually am very curious. Let's see what's going to be happening.
I'm interested to know their comments though.
Yep, so Marian Osmuna saying Mystic Burden did nothing wrong. It's part of the game.
That's true. Yep, I agree on you. Again,
the same people are saying.
If I see, no, that's not the question over here.
That's not going to be there as well.
Again, don't forget hashtag AskMPL, because if you hashtag it, we can see your comments on board, and perhaps we can even shout out your name as well. It's gonna be really, really saucy.
Yeah, so we are seeing. Alright, so we are done with the 3 things that we're supposed to be talking about there. Now that we are at the end, we're going to be checking out the league standings to see how everybody lines up at the end of it. So we see Team Saiyan, Kings right up top. IDNS SG holding strong in second. Tyrants following them up, sitting pretty in third. MYA will complete their roll out on the 4th spot there. So we talked about them, you know, getting their KDA also up and getting the kill difference. It's 108 compared to Mystic Burden, which is 103. We have Mystic Burden that's at 5th, followed by Team XD, which is at 6th. Mysterious Assassins rounds up at 7th. And Louvre SG will be the last team to qualify into playoffs at the 8th spot. That's them.
Unfortunately for Falcon 7 and Team Equalizer, your journey ends here, but it's maybe a chapter for a new beginning to improve yourself and perhaps prove your determination for the next season.
Yes, I definitely want to see them that's out there. Right, we're going to reveal this season's top KDA winner.
Wow, we already have the results?
Yes, we do. And it's going to be Shadow. Shadow comes up top at 9.9. Damn it, it's not a 10.
Hey, I think you're wishing for a double digit every
wishing
time.
for double digits, that's right. Congratulations to Shadow from MYA. The stellar performance at the end of it. Kagura and the Aurora play was fantastic.
0 deaths, Pseudo. 0 deaths.
68 kills, 27 deaths, and 138 assists puts him up way to the top. Congratulations, you get the prize.
500 USD richer. Wow, that's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
Maybe you could, belanja me the entire ice that I'm asking everyone here at the panel because my predictions were right ahead.
Yeah.
But anyways, that was really good. A good showing again throughout the whole team and going on for the board.
Yeah. So going to the playoffs are these top 8 teams. We're going to show. Oh, we have the playoff bracket.
What?
So Lakshman was asking us specifically for who's going up against who. We have the brackets right here, and we're going to be seeing. Maybe we're going to even predict a little bit of who's going to be moving forward. Right up top, Zayn is going up against Louvre.
SG.
Oh my god. They are going up against each other in the very first game to open up the series. Followed by MYA going up against Mystic Burden. Interesting. IDNS SG goes up against Mysterious Assassins 3, and Tyrant takes out Team XD, or takes on Team XD on the 4th match. Keep in mind, this is a double elimination format.
Correct.
Which means that if you do lose in the upper bracket, you will drop to the lower bracket where you still have a chance to move forward.
And Sudo, this is the most interesting part. We already have our venue. 1 Utama Ground Floor High Street Concourse on 13th to 15th of April 2018. I can't wait for the playoff, Sudo. How about you? Come on, tell me your feelings. Just go all out. Yeah.
I wish I could tell you more about the event specifically,
the emotions.
but One Utama is a fantastic venue for it, and I want to see all of the guys that are on chat, calm down.
Yes.
Unfortunately, because we know that it's an international audience, if you guys can't make it, it's fine. I will still be on chat with you guys.
Yes, and I'll be also looking onwards for your comments. But if you guys drop on board to One Utama, don't forget to say hi to us, maybe take pictures, and don't forget to follow us on our social media. First, I had to say it to Sudo. Do follow him on Instagram, Justin_Sudo, and of course myself, KBC Sensei, on Facebook and also Instagram as well.
Yeah. I do want to just mention a few last things here because people have been asking a few
we should have answered them. Yeah, we've got time.
Harry Farhan is saying, I don't find anything wrong with what MCB did because it's objective playing. We're also seeing that Trent said, it's not wrong what they did, but it won't guarantee they win the next round anyway, which is perfectly true, and we just saw the brackets up there, not exactly the easiest brackets to be having. Prashant Chatri is asking, when is the next match starting? The next match will be on the 13th of April for the Malaysian side and Singapore side, but the Indo side will come out on the 30th of April, when we'll be looking at the
Action Pack Games.
Yes. Alright, MPL has been brought to you by a few people that's making it completely possible. KBC Sensei,
take it away.
Take it away.
Your legend sponsor, your first AI phone, the Honor View 10. Sudo, could you help me to take up your phone?
Of course.
Here you go. One more last one. Yep. And you'll see more in the playoffs coming soon.
Yeah, I mean, you guys will get to feel, touch, and experience the phone there at the playoffs. So, I mean, make sure that you guys go over to the Honor booth that will be there. And you will also get to see the players using them as well. Which would be fantastic to see all the gameplay on it. People have been commenting that the ping is so low for MPL and they wish they had that. Well, you need to come down to the venue and experience it for yourself.
And of course, your partners in esports, both Armageddon and GoPro, you will see them as well. It's been a great time casting with you. Looking forward to see you in the playoffs as well.
We definitely will be seeing you in the playoffs as well. It will be the two of us, Peach, the three Malikasas, Lin, Ikuto, and Spartanker that will be there. Not forgetting, Faraz will be there, Daniele will be there, and I want to have a special thank you to all the production crew, the 20 plus people that's working behind the scenes to make it all happen. To you the viewers, the fans, the readers, the commenters, the people following the teams and all the broadcasts. Thank you guys so much. We are going to have, a special, I want to say a special thank you and a special farewell to Falcon 7 and Equalizer. Better luck next season, but you definitely have a huge future to have out there. Never give up, continue fighting, because we saw, we saw such good gameplay, we saw such, results coming out from them. There's always next season, there's always a next tournament out for you guys, and I want to see, the evolution coming in stronger than ever, moving forward. So once again, huge clap, round of applause for Falcon 7 and to Equalizer. I will definitely be following their journey on their social media, and you guys should too. Amazing teams to be following. It has now reached
the end.
The hour. The end.
Well, it's gonna be tough.
Yes.
Why don't you do the honors? I'll let you do the honors, man.
Alright, thank you guys so much. Now Falcon 7 and Equalizer will be at the finals as well. So
okay.
Yep, so, you know, calm down, show your support for all the teams, not only the A teams that will be participating, but as well as, you know, the 2 other teams that unfortunately did not quite make it. Without them, MPL would not have been the same.
Correct.
So, you know, it's all of them, and plus, you know, the big family that's here who will be there. We're looking forward to seeing you guys. Thank you so much for the last 7 weeks, and we'll see you on the 13th of April. Till then, enjoy gaming.
Bye, guys.
Be good online.
Yep.
We are the leader of the squad, which got me, Daniel, Ulala, Slayer, Kido, Viavelen, and Kim.
Our squad is from 3 months ago, and we are all from Sabah, Malaysia. I'm Orca, team captain of Team Equalizer. So my team consists of Hitmondel, Porkchop, 14, Primo, and also Cody Dopey.
Wow, look at the amount of damage. Now he's going to be the target of focus. Double kill for the side. Idea and SSG. Mystic Burden. What is this? Being the Tyrants as they are, Lumis G did manage to pick up a valiant fight. Tyrant going Super Saiyan mode.
lupa straight ke kiri kan straight ke orang tua yang mana lalu straight kiri yang orang merah nak pergi dari mana ada di sebelum ni aku baru cakap dengan perempuan merah hantu merah Aku dah masuk rumah kan